Hi there. So do you remember the story of the lawyer cat or the cat lawyer that came out that hit the news a couple months ago? So basically there was a court proceeding that went on and they were doing it in Zoom because of the pandemic, just like, lots of things happen in Zoom. And this guy over here is the lawyer, but he's a cat lawyer. How did that happen? Super funny if you watch the video because he's like, Your Honor, I'm not a cat. And the judge says, Yeah, I know you're not a cat. And it kind of goes from there. But how did that actually happen? How do you become a cat in Zoom? Like, how does that actually work? I was super curious about it and I really wanted to know. And so I did a little exploring. Anyhow, go look at the message in Discord if you want to see what that's all about, because it's kind of interesting the way that it all works. So what does that have to do with our topic for this week? Well, this week we're talking about virtual reality and augmented reality. And this happens to be an augmented reality feature, this tech tool that I put a message in Discord about that you can play with. But what is all that and how does that all work? That's actually going to be our topic for the week. So let me do a screen share and I'll show you a couple of things. Now, it's going to look like there's not much here, but don't let looks be deceiving, okay? Because actually, the assignment's going to probably take you 2 or 3 hours to finish up. I'll explain that in just a minute. But the thing I'd like you to start with is this virtual reality engineer explains one concept in 5 levels. I love the 5 levels videos because they start off with explaining it. An expert explains it to a child, to a teenager, to a college student like you guys, to graduate students, and then at an expert level. But it starts off really easy and basic. And so definitely watch that because he's going to talk about how the technology actually works and some very interesting things that have to do with all of that. Once you've done that, you might notice the think and the do sections are connected. So when you click on virtual reality expeditions, we're going to do something a little different because there's a lot of really good resources and I wanted to give you some choices and some chances to try things out. So I've created a Google document. I strongly recommend opening the document outline so you can follow along. And you'll see that there's 6 parts to it: learn, explore, how 360 videos work, real world applications, the big issues, and then how to submit it. And then there's the rubric of how it's going to be graded and some extra resources. So I take all the links that are in all the other sections and I put them down here in this one page at the end. That way you can refer back to it pretty easily. Now there's several different things. So in the learn part, what we're going to do first is watch a video. So anytime you have this, begin by watching and it'll give you the video, okay? And then use this section to answer the questions. So what is virtual reality and what is augmented reality? What's the difference between the two of them? Oh, by the way, you'll notice down here, it says double click the footer to delete this and add your name. So double click down here. And again, put your name at the bottom of the page, okay? So I'm going to return that so that you guys can do that. Now, down here in the Explore section, this is kind of interesting because you've probably maybe seen these 360 videos where they let you look around and you can do things. Let's see if we can visit lions. Actually, I'm going to turn the sound off, but you can actually use your mouse and move around and explore where the lions go. And as the movie goes, as it goes through the movie, let me start the movie again. You can actually kind of follow the cub. Now we're in a different scene. So you have to look around and see where the lions are. Oh, there they are. It's nap time. There's a whole bunch of them. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's one. There's that little guy. It's a nice day out. Anyhow, that's kind of how the video 360 works. It's really easy. And so what you're going to do is explore the skiing one and then pick at least 3 of these adventures to go on. Spend some time exploring them, look around, see what they're all about. And then what you're going to do is answer this question. because I assume you've probably never been to these places. I might be wrong, but you've probably not been like in Africa playing with lions or swimming with sharks or, watching a volcano from a helicopter, going inside the human body. There's all kinds of really interesting things. So I'm pretty sure you probably haven't done most of this stuff. So pick three and then answer the question, how did VR benefit your learning about a location that you might not otherwise have been able to visit? How is this experience different? It's not real. It's not as good as a real thing, but it's not bad. And then for each of the three adventures, where did you go? What did you see? What did you learn about this location? And would you want to travel here? Why or why not? And make sure you give me lots of details. Don't give me one-word answers, use full sentences, and give me lots of details. Now, down here, we're going to learn how it works. How does this 360 work? And so what you'll do is you'll go to the YouTube Creator Academy, and when you go there, it's actually a class that you can do. And it won't take you very long. It took me, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I don't think it took more than 20. And so you go down here and you kind of go through these two lessons, and then you take the test. Once you take the exam, it's going to give you this letter of completion that you're going to do a screenshot of. And here's how to take a screenshot. And then you're going to replace the image. And so I've got a demonstration on how to do that. Once you've done that, then you're going to go look for your own 360 videos and create a playlist, probably of at least 3 videos. You can have as many as you want, but there needs to be at least 3. They need to be family-friendly VR videos, okay? But create a playlist and then share it to this channel on Discord so that we can see some of the videos that other people had a chance to see. I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, so in part 3 now, let's look at some real world applications of virtual reality that you may not have been aware of. And when you go to this website, you'll find a page that looks like this, okay? So let me go ahead and open that. And it's gonna have this whole list of different types of applications where VR might be used. And so let's say, and I'll just pick the first one, virtual reality in the military. You're going to explore. So you're going to look around, you're going to see what it says. If there's some other menus you can go down, check out, see what it says, flight simulators, like all these things about how VR is being used. So explore through a couple of those, at least 2 categories, okay? And then come back here and just talk about them. So how is VR useful in this category? And what was the most interesting or surprising thing that you learned? And again, please use complete sentences, okay? If you come to a category and you look at it and you're like, nothing's interesting or surprising, go pick a different one, all right? There's lots to choose from. Now, step 4, making an impact. These are videos that are really unusual ways to look at virtual reality, or that virtual reality is being used and augmented reality is being used. And so I've got several categories. And what I want you to do is watch the videos, all right? There's one where inmates are using VR. There's some medical ways to help paraplegics walk again. There's virtual reality as an art form, how virtual reality is booming in the workplace. How this one's interesting. The enemy is here. Watch the trailer. You can download it to your phone and try it. It's an augmented reality application, but it's really heavy. Like if you do that, just stream the videos because it takes up a lot of space. Then there's this one about empathy, and you can watch the video he made, Clouds Over Cedra, by watching a 360 video here. And then finally, this last one is about grief, and it's really, it might be disturbing. So like if you feel like this one's going to be hard to watch, then don't watch it. It is hard to watch. What they've done is taken a child that passed away, and it doesn't say why, but the child has died, and they've recreated her in a virtual reality world that the mom is able to enter into with VR goggles. And she interacts with the girl. It's really interesting, and it's something they've done in Korea, and it's hard to watch. And I'm curious, like, is that a good application? Is it good to do that? Does it help the grieving process, or does it just prolong it? I don't know. So anyhow, to use your discretion on watching that one. And then what you're going to do is in the section here is just do a follow-up. Tell me what your insight is. Tell me, tell me what you're going to, what was interesting, and then follow up. Like some of these are a few years ago. So where are they now? Like what's the progress currently? All right. So once you've done that, then I'm going to have you look at some of the big issues. Okay. And we're going to talk about these in Zoom. So I want you to at least read this article. So there's an article here, virtual and augmented reality. And it's got several different issues that you need to ask or to consider with virtual reality. So just read through these. There's 6 different things. If you want to dig in and go into way more detail on that, you can read this pamphlet. I can't remember how many pages it is, but it takes those 6 things and breaks them out into a lot of detail. So once you've looked over that, here's the 6 things. Answer this question. Are there other ethical considerations to think about? Do the benefits outweigh the challenges? Okay, we're going to talk about this. So give a detailed summary of one recent article or video within the past 2 years that talks about the ethics of VR or AR, and include the URL with the citation. So you have to do a little looking. And then here's the steps to submit. So you're going to share this document with me, and then you're going to upload or download a document as a PDF and upload it to the assignment that's in Moodle. That's virtual reality upload here. So it looks a little deceiving. There's one button, but there's really quite a bit behind the one button, and you really need to budget several hours. If you're in the earlier in the week Zoom session, then what I strongly recommend is that you jump down and that you do this last section, the big issue section first. Okay, so take care of that one first so you're ready for our discussions in Zoom. That's about it. You have sign up for a Zoom call, and let me stop sharing. So you sign up for a Zoom call, look at Discord to learn about the cat lawyer thing and to see an extra credit opportunity, because it is a pretty fun application. There's lots of things you can do. There's several different cats you can have, but just be careful, because if you don't get it done, this is what I might look like when we're in Zoom. So have a really good evening, or have a good day, or have a good morning, or whatever time of day it is you're watching this. And I'll see you in Zoom.